I didn't realize until I started editing this video that my microphone was too high. My bad.
What's up, internet? So a couple weeks ago, I did a massive overhaul update on my personal website, which is amyguarino.com, linked in the description. And the reason that I did this massive update was because of an assignment for a class for student teaching seminar. One of our final assignments was to have like a digital portfolio of all of like our music education and teaching stuff. So my professor was like, if you don't already have a website, like you could just make like a Google site or like a Weebly site or something like that. But if you do already have a website, just like, you know, update it. Like no big deal, just update it. You don't have to like make a whole new thing. So over the course of literally a week, I built a music education section into my website. But while I was at it, I also just updated everything across the board because I hadn't done website maintenance in like 6 months. And one of the things that I updated that is relevant to what we are talking about today is the photo gallery. I added a bunch of behind the scenes photos from Figaro that my friend Claudia took to that section of the photo gallery. And these photos were actually from a photography project that Claudia did at the time. She was in a photography class, and like for the final project they had to like assemble, they had to choose a topic and photograph it. I don't know, I'm probably wrong about that. Claudia, please correct me. But whatever, what she chose to do was to photograph singers and like show kind of the things that like we go through that people might not necessarily see. So she was just taking a bunch of pictures behind the scenes of Figaro, and they came out great, and I wanted them for my website, and she very nicely gave them to me. But what she did when she sent them to me was like she just sent me like any photos that she saw from like those days that like she was taking pictures, like any photos she saw with me in them, she sent it to me in like this big ass file. And because these were just like any photos she saw like out of like the raw batch of photos with my face in them, some of them were kind of funny. So we have this one, which is literally like live footage of me vlogging backstage. We have this one where I am taping myself into my dress because like the corset kind of gave the illusion that this dress fit me better than it did. This dress literally weighed 45 pounds. It broke like 4 hangers, but it was from the Met, so like it's okay. It was pinned as tight as it could go in the back. It was pinned to be shorter. I don't think we could actually alter it, which is why it had to be pinned, but like if you see videos of the show, you really cannot tell that it's been pinned. And then we have this one, which is a very, very, very in character moment. So in this show, I played the Countess, and my friend Anna, who you can see in the picture here pulling my corset, played Susanna. Susanna is the Countess's maid and best friend. And so it's just really in character that Anna was pulling my corset, and Anna actually pulled my corset most nights in the show. And the funniest part about this is that like Anna is tiny, but when she was pulling my corset, I had to make sure I was holding on to something because the first time she ever pulled it, like she almost tackled me to the ground. Like she's tiny, but she's powerful. But anyway, we're not even into the video and we've already gone off on a tangent. I posted some of those photos to Theater Commandments because I thought they were funny. And then I made a post that was just like, reblog this post with like your weirdest theater photos. And as usual, you guys did not disappoint. So today I'm gonna be reacting to some of the photos that you guys sent in. Admittedly, I have not looked at a lot of these. I've seen like the reblogs come in, I've looked at a few of them, but I have not looked at all of them. So these are like genuine reactions. And a disclaimer, this might just turn into a roast because I'm me. And also because I'm currently filming in a room without air conditioning. I do not like warm weather. I do not like feeling warm. I do not like sweating. So yeah, I might get a little feisty. Okay, this first one is straight up like a cursed image. Like the hat and like the hair fringe thing looks like a low budget version of Fiyero from Wicked. But then like the head looks like a low budget version of like Saw, like the face with the bullseyes and the thing. And like that whole thing is on a stake for some reason. While I know that this is probably just how they were like storing some hat, like they were storing it on like a dummy head, it legit just looks like a demonic prop. Also, I don't know why, but this is giving me like illegal Heathers vibes right now. And here, children, we have an initiation ceremony for a new technician. Legend has it when a new technician is being initiated, all the existing crew members go under a sheet, and if they come to a unanimous decision, white smoke comes out the top. Except they're technicians, so it's probably like dry ice or like a fog machine or something. This also reminds me of something from Illegal Heathers, like that iconic kid who like he has one line in the whole show and he just runs on and says like, "Party!" That guy actually has a YouTube channel and he made a whole video about like his experience being in Illegal Heathers. Like, highly recommend, will link in description. But I don't know why, but like this picture reminds me of that kid. This picture is also like my mood if I'm wearing like a super extra or super fancy costume and I want to just like strut like a peacock. Paint me like one of your French girls, except I'm gonna be wearing tap shoes, orange tights, a whole ass fur coat, and a Newsies cap. But like real talk, that costume looks like it would be like really hot to be in because there's a lot of layers and like it would be kind of uncomfortable because you'd just be sweating. Like, are you okay, fam? So now, I don't know the context for this photo, but I do know that if I ever see a technician power walking with a flashlight, I just need to stay the fuck out of the way because something has gone wrong, something needs to get fixed, like there is an emergency that needs to be tended to. And this photo is also my mood, like anytime I have to have any responsibility over literally anything. I have lived this photo several times because I don't know what it is, but like the more tired you get, like the more just like flat surfaces feel comfortable. Like if you're like super exhausted after a 10 of 12, like the floor seems like a perfectly viable option for a bed. But this photo also low-key looks like he's trying to like memorize his lines through osmosis. Like maybe if I stare at it at the right angle for long enough, it will absorb into my brain. I'm a little technician, short and stout. Here are my XLR cables and here is my duct tape. This also like low-key looks like he did something bad and like is getting a punishment like a little kid, but instead of being sent to the corner, they're like, go sit in the cords, young man. This next one comes with a caption, which is, the last one is weird because we live 4 hours from Disneyland, but he had a Disney turkey leg for lunch. See, now I have questions. One, if Disney is 4 hours away, that means it's an 8-hour round trip. Two, what on God's green earth is a Disney turkey leg? And three, are we just not gonna talk about the 2 entire boxes of cereal that are just out on the grass? This is another photo that I have lived on multiple occasions, just drinking like a big ass Red Bull in a costume that's from a period before the domestication of horses. This photo represents every dance recital I've ever done. This one is an episode of Toddlers and Tiaras that got way out of hand. Okay, so I know that this photo is probably from like Sweeney Todd or something. At least that's what it looks like. I didn't check if there's a caption, but like it low-key looks like every opera duet that exists. Because whether it's a love duet or like an I'm about to murder you duet, every opera duet has like a let's sing really, really loud right at each other's faces to express how we feel. And that's exactly what this looks like. Side note, that photo actually did have a caption. It says it's from The Good Doctor, not Sweeney Todd. I was wrong. Legend actually has it that if you see 4 technicians sitting exactly like this, with their legs over one another forming a perfect square, it opens up a portal to another realm where there are things that we can't even conceive of here on Earth, like clean dressing rooms. This one's just like straight up the first scene out of Lion King. And here we have another cursed image. This honestly is like a perfect visual representation of how I feel at the end of a day of teaching. Like my brain is on 5 different planets and none of them are Earth. Also, I'm pretty sure this is what happens like if you have an iPhone, you put it on panorama mode, but you just go like shing.
Bitch, what was that sound effect? You are not a lightsaber.
So this next picture, like when I first saw it, when I first scrolled up on my phone, I thought it was like random garlic just sitting on a workbench, but it's not garlic because I read the caption and oh my god, some interesting props. The second one is a set of toes I had to sand. I'm sorry, what? You had to sand a set of toes. You had to create a set of toes. Why did you need to make prop toes? Why is it only one set of toes? Is there another set of toes for the other prop foot, or is there no prop foot? Speaking of which, why are these just like dismembered toes? Why are they not attached to a foot? What show is this in? What character needs prop toes? How do you store those on the prop table? Do you have like little marks for each toe? Okay, first of all, this one just looks like straight up dangerous. Also, this just looks like the Tech Week version of a Ricola ad. Like instead of being on top of the Swiss Alps going like Ricola, it's just a technician on the top of a really rickety ladder with a water bottle or whatever the hell that is, just going like, come back from break. Actually, upon closer inspection, that looks like a 2-liter bottle of like Diet Coke. Yes, I just scrolled down to see the caption and it says, Tommy Boy found a bottle of Diet Coke in the dressing room fridge. And that's about the end of this video. Send me more weird, out of context theater photos, either through Twitter or Instagram or Tumblr, because this was just so entertaining. Leave a comment down below about strange moments in theater you've had. Give this video a thumbs up if you liked it. Hit that subscribe button if you haven't already. Turn on notifications if you already are subscribed because YouTube is broken. And I will see y'all in the next video. Adios, Internet.